My dear friends, welcome to Rajshekhar classes on applied data science with Python. This is lecture number 626. In this lecture, we will try to understand what is transfer learning. So, very important concepts, especially in the case of neural networks, is the concept of transfer learning. So let me explain the idea of transfer learning first, and then we will go to multiple cases on how to actually perform transfer learning. We will also see how to apply transfer learning to a real world problems, and we will see code in Keras and how is to be exactly done. We will also see the real world example of transfer learning. First, let's understand the core concept and the idea behind it. The idea is this: suppose you are given a task. Let's assume my task has a bunch of images of dogs and bunch of images of cats, and I want to build a convolutional neural network which distinguishes cats from dogs. So it is a two-class classification problem. So it is a two-class classifier. I have images of dogs and cats, and hence I am trying to build a convnet. In such a case, of course, I can build a convnet from the scratch to solve this particular task. Other idea is, instead of building a neural network or convolutional neural network from scratch to solve our task, what if we can reuse existing models? Isn't it? What is second one? Reusing existing model. Yes, we have studied lots of models like VGG16, AlexNet, etc. What if we can use existing model architecture which is trained on different data set? For example, Keras actually has VGG16 trained on ImageNet dataset, isn't it? It has already had a complete model trained with complete trained model, which means it actually has all of the kernel in each of the levels. It has all the kernels, all the weights, everything pre-trained, isn't it? So these are called pre-trained models. So these pre-trained models are available in both Keras and TensorFlow, isn't it? These models are trained on ImageNet dataset, which is one of the largest dataset for object classification. Here you are trying to achieve object classification task. So the core crux idea here is, instead of building a neural network from the scratch, instead of building neural network from the scratch, can I reuse existing models trained on different data sets? So can I transfer my learning? That's important. Can I transfer my learnings and the model that I learned on one data set to a different data sets to solve a different task altogether? My task could be dog versus cats, isn't it? My task may be dog versus cats. The ImageNet task is like, you have thousands of, what is the task in ImageNet? The ImageNet task is like, you have thousands of categories of images. You are trying to detect whether image has an object of specific category or not. That is ImageNet task. Just try to recall what we discussed in ImageNet task. This is called This is called transfer learning, because you are taking the model that is trained on you are taking the model that is trained on different data set, and you trained and transferring this knowledge to solve a completely different task, isn't it? You are trying completely different task, means distinguishes dogs versus cats. Just go through this lecture. If you have any difficulty, please keep a comment. Thank you very much.